Hi, I'm Lee, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be changing this window surround and the windowsill. Right, so previously this was all completely tiled. If you've seen our other bathroom renovation and strip out, so whoever's tiled this has basically just hacked off the edge of the windowsill, and obviously where all the tiles were stuck to this piece of wood, you know, it's pretty knackered. So I'm changing the windowsill, so might as well just change the windows around. Never done anything like this before, so this could be fun. Right, first thing we'll do, we'll get all the stuff, all the loose bits and that out the side so it doesn't all come tumbling down when we pull the frame out. Obviously we'll take all the stuff from up the top that's all loose. That'll just come out and then we'll pop the frame. All nice and loose. What we'll do, we'll probably keep some of these. I don't know if I'm going to cement them back in place. The wood we've bought is to replace this is thicker than this, so it's obviously going to close that gap up a bit more. So we might just be able to get away with just filling it with expanding foam down the side, but we'll see. Any other little bits in the bin. So I was going to say, actually, when we've had our other windows changed, like the double glazing changed, all they do with these windows is they just smash the windows, cut the frame off and rip them out. And all the window surrounds, you know, stay intact and don't move. So these obviously can't be attached to the window in any way. So I'm hoping that window, I'm not sure how it's held in place. It's actually in the cavity. It's behind the first row of bricks and in between your second row. So how it's attached in there, I don't know, but when we pull this out, we'll probably be able to see.
I'm slipping away. So
most of it's just like lumps of cement.
I'm all up in that love haze. So where do we go now? Just let me know that I am safe here in your arms. I wanna stay.
Also, maybe see down there is there's actually like daylight through the front of the window, so that's not very good for weather sealing, is it? That's the wedges of wood that go into the bricks, so they can nail these into place. Whether we use them again or just stick some of our own wedges on there, screw to the wall, we'll see. We'll see what it's like when we get our thicker wood in there. Right, now before this all comes too loose, I'm just going to measure everything to make sure I cut everything to the right size.
Walking around in this love haze. I wanna stay in this feeling, but let me know that I am safe here in your.
And now we've got the sides of our frame, we can just carefully rip this out. So I'm going to take a knife, cut down the inside of the wood, inside of the frame, just make sure that's all separated. And all the gunk that's all like the sealer that's been put in there before is all cut. So hopefully it should just pull straight out. Now I'm going to get a pen and write that down. Now just go around scoring the edge. what we learned so far is the window is kind of connected to the internal frame. It's got like a what do you call it? Not a tongue. Yeah, it's got a bit like a tongue on it, like a recessed joint in here. So this bit actually fits in the window frame and kind of like holds it in place by the look of it. So we need to be careful now of how we take the rest out, because I think this window's just going to fall in. Alright, so that's it. Yeah, that's, you can see the bricks are just sitting on top of the window. The window is pretty loose. It is like it's just tied in with this frame. But like I said, I could see gaps around before. Now if this had a nice thick bead of silicone around it, it probably wouldn't move. Right, so just get the other side out now on the sill. Hopefully the window doesn't fall out.
So don't let me go now. Your love is exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control, out of control. Oh baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of...
Right, so now all this is off. You can see the groove where the window frame was sitting in here. But yeah, with the windowsill, what we'll do, we'll clean all this off, get all the loose bits off of here. We'll mix some mortar up and put that down on there and make sure that's nice and level for our new windowsill to sit on. And then we can cut our new bits of wood to the right size. So that's all fit in there nicely. This side's a little bit lower, so we'll beef that up just to raise it up a bit. Yeah, that should be it. So we've got a windowsill now that's going to hang over the edge slightly, because this is our backing plaster. So this part's only going to get a skim, so it's only going to come out a couple, 2 or 3 more mil. We might round the edges off as well. So we'll measure the distance. Let's take this down. If I can. Yeah. So we'll measure the distance between our 2 slots we've got on here. It's pretty much 78 mil, or 780 rather. 779 mil, 780 down there. Call it 780, we'll do it 780 mil. We'll nail these together so they're nice and square. Let's just sort the mortar out and get the sill bedded. Right, now we've mixed up some mortar. We've just brushed this down, get rid of all the loose stuff off of there. Now the mortar we've just mixed up, we're just going to slap some on the top of there. Try not slapping it all over the bar. You could put a damp-proof course over that now. Stop any moisture getting to your wood off the... comes through under the seal at all. Lay that in there along up the wall a bit, and then you can take your windowsill and then we can just rub that in, and hopefully that will settle our mortar level. Alright, should be good now. Nice and level, hardly any fall. Let's actually level that end. Right, now I'm leaving a gap there on purpose because the window is over this way a little bit. So when we build our frame out, the windowsill is actually going to be more in the centre of the window frame. So I'm going to take the side pieces and the top away. We'll just take it away, and we're now the sill straight on top of there. I can line this up with the window sill here. Get the marks lined up, so you just got a tiny little gap around the recess that was previous there. So if I line that up, I know that's where that piece of wood needs to go. I've got the 2 pencil marks I've put on there, so I can nail one board to the top of that, and then I can mark 780mm to the other side and nail the other board on top of that. But let's go and chop these down and nail them up. Right, so that's in now. It's nailed down. It's all pretty much level. So now all we've got to do, we'll get some blocks of wood, make them the right size so they fit between there, then screw straight through the side of the frame, through the bit of wood in there, and then into the brick. So then we can screw it down and the block of wood will stop the wood bending or bowing when we screw it to the wall. We'll do a couple of fixing points, one there, maybe one down here a bit lower, and same with the other side. And then just to hold the sill in place, we might just go in diagonally with screws, or we'll just see if we can use our nailer just to fire some 1.5 inch brads down there. That'll be easier to hide and cover. I mean, it's not going anywhere, it's pretty wedged in. Just going to take our measurements up here so we can go and measure our wedges. I've just put these wedges in there, screwed in from this side. So that is nice and tight and level now. Same up the top. Screwed it in there, buried the screw in a bit, and we'll put some filler over them to cover them up. And the camera's recording now because I forgot to press the record button on the camera when I did them. So let's start again. Basically just cut some wedges, like I said before. Fits in there quite snugly, and we've got one up there. We've got our wood bit in here. That's 8mm. We're going to be using the brown raw plugs for the wall. So 8mm is the size of the raw plug. So what we can do, we'll drill through the wood with the 8mm, stop when we get to the brick, or stop before we get to the brick because you blunt it. So then what we can do, we can put a raw plug in there and actually push it all the way through. Oh, well, once we've drilled the wood hole, we can then use our masonry bit to drill the required hole for our raw plug. Your 8mm bit will let your raw plug pass through the wood and then into the brick. Then also when you put the screw into the wood, because the screw thread's not gripping on this wood, it'll actually grip on the raw plug and then pull the wood in towards the wall, holding it nice and tight. Gonna do this cack-handed so you can see. Well, let's move you over here. So we're just gonna go through the wood now with our 8mm drill bit. That's it, stop when you, oh that's hot. Stop when you get to the brick. So now with our masonry drill bit, we have a 7mm drill bit, which is the right size for the brown raw plugs. So I'm going to leave the hammer off on here for a moment because this thing is pretty violent when it comes and it can just shatter these bricks, especially if you're just going into the side. It's not too bad if you go into the face of one that's in the middle, it's great, it will go straight through. But when you're working on the edge of the brick, it can just shatter these. So we're just going to leave it with the hammer off for now. So to allow depth for our raw plug, we need to come up to about here on the drill. So we know how deep we've got to go. And sometimes once you've drilled part of your hole, you can then put the hammer on. It's not so bad, but we'll see. But there, you can see what it does to the brick. It can just start shattering them. I mean, I could use this on hammer action, but I'm not going to get far enough into the wall. Yeah, see the 7mm masonry bit will probably You know, even by the time you put it in the chuck, it's actually shorter than the wood bits. So I'd use that if I could. So now we've got our hole. Tap our raw plug into there. And what you can do, take your screw and now just tap that. You don't have to whack it hard. So tap it in so it goes past your brick. It's now into the wall. And just tap it as far as it will go. Like I say, no need to smash it too hard. And now we should just be able to screw this in. It's pretty stiff in there now. So we'll now just do exactly the same with our bottom one here.
It's out of control, out of control.
That's it, this frame is now nice and sturdy. It's going nowhere. It's holding this window in. It's holding the window sill in down the bottom. Right, so now we're just going to take some expanding foam. And then what we're going to just do is just fill these gaps in. So I'd probably do it a bit at a time to let that settle, keep going up. Obviously do this bit up here. Right, I need to go downstairs and put some cleaner on there to get all the stuff off. But don't worry about if this expands too far and it comes all the way out. Just wait for it to dry. This stuff can be cut easily, breaks away. It can even be sanded. So just make sure you have enough in there to fill your gaps in, and that's gonna stop any drafts or anything like that. And yeah, just wait until it's properly set. So that's it, you're ready now. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna finish this because I still need to bond coat the walls, skim everything. But no, that's ready to paint now. Just put a nice, put a primer on there. We'll give it a sand down, put a primer on there, sand it again, gloss it, job done. So it's like 31 quid for all of this, and I've still got a 1.5 meters of this thicker wood, or the wider wood left over, and still got a couple of meters of this. Maybe I'll make a bird table or something out of them, and we'll see. I think the missus wants a bird table. Right, the battery on my mic is flashing, so we're gonna call it quits there. Give us a like, put your comments below, tell me what I did wrong. I'm sure there's something I've done wrong. And please subscribe, hit a notification bell so you get notifications, or you get notified when I upload new content. And yeah, battery's dying. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon with the rest of this bathroom renovation. Job done.